going to talk about being handicapped in Norway and what I've learned so far. And I am hoping that this can help somebody in Africa somewhere, because our view on handicapped people or people with Down syndrome, as a child growing up in Africa, it kind of shocked me up to date. The lack of knowledge in the way most of the handicapped kids were treated. All these things is coming from the hand of people we will consider as not being able. But the cake that they made, it was so beautiful. And that's the only reason why I bought it, so I can talk about it. I will show you. This is how beautiful the cake is. And the organization that is making this cake gets some support financially from my municipality, my commune. I think they support them so they can employ people who are not quite 100%, as we say, to do jobs like this. So when you buy cake from them, or bread or whatever, it's going for a very, very good cause. Yeah, Su Dai Bro is called. So now we make some breakfast and we sit down and we tell you guys one or two things I have seen, I have learned about being handicapped in this country, and that children who are handicapped should not be ignored. It was made by some special needs kids in Asker. Come and put the tea. So I was saying that the story behind handicapped people from the country of which I came from is very sad. What the kids experience is out of this world. I cannot even start to explain the names that they have been called. Yeah. You know, there are some special kind of handicapped kids in Cameroon that people used to say if you put them by the side of a stream, they will disappear because they are snakes. Have you ever heard of that? Yeah. And too sad, because I'm thinking about maybe in those days some people used to do it because they didn't know better. Imagine a small child, they just go and abandon by the side of the water alone.
Maybe someone took them.
Maybe someone took them, or maybe they always say they will disappear, or maybe they go in the water and they die because
maybe they went in the water because they thought.
Yeah, they creep there because people will leave them there and just to see what they will do. So remove this one. So that's really, really, really sad. I don't know if that has really, some people have done it, but growing up, I used to see some of those kids, and somebody would always say, like, just, you see those kids, if you put them by the side of the water, they will turn into snakes and they will disappear. When I was talking to Dr. Tamunjo, I was trying to find out what was wrong with some of those kids, and he was telling me that maybe they just have some birth effect, like something went wrong when their parents were giving birth. That's why they were born like that. Because it's not Down syndrome, it's mostly some special kids, they shake a little bit. Those are the ones. My God, look at the way you put the tea. You always make an accent. You guys should eat.
That's my profession.
So, in Norway, my kids goes to school with special needs children. They're in the same school, but they have their own section.
I do not get it.
And it's funny because the past week I've been working with one guy who has Down syndrome. I went into the elevator with him, and then I just stood there because I was thinking, oh, I want to give him a special treatment. Probably I should not go first, he will go first, and then after I can go wherever I want to. Where I was going to the restaurant to eat, the cafeteria. To my greatest shock, to my greatest surprise, he knew exactly where I was going to. When we got into the elevator, he pressed his own button where he was going to, and he pressed mine, but I didn't see it. So, and then we went in, I was talking to him, I said, okay, have a nice day. And then I wanted to press my fear the attacher. It's like, no, you don't need to press it. I already did it for you. I know you were going to take your break. I was like, oh my God. Imagine how many of them in Cameroon are okay. They can walk, they can function, but we don't know. So, for me, this is so important. I don't even know how to do this vlog in a better way to pass out this message. It's just to say people should be nice and give them a chance, the special need children. I'm going to say it in Pidgin. Asalo owner for Africa, Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana. Because I don't talk for my Ghanaian friend about picking the way they get Down syndrome, picking the way they born them, they know they fine. They call them and say special need picking them. It broke my heart because I met one the other day where I see and see he really smart. And I remember all the bad way the one we don't treat them for Africa. We never really be nice for the picking them. I grew up with one picking girl picking way in Nina Pascaline. Everybody be they talk the same thing. Pascaline snake, Pascaline mboma. When I go put it for corner water, it go disappear. Pascaline snake, Pascaline mboma. When I put it for corner water, it go disappear. This thing when it happened for me last Thursday, it make I can't think say true so papa them so grandma made them for Africa. They be don't go put picking for corner water. They don't go really put some picking for corner water, leave it for this, they picking go turn snake. Or some snake or come can take it. Imagine the nightmare where that picking will go through, even if that picking disappear and some snake take it. Naive, we be naive for Africa. We don't do a lot of wrong. So at the back, my mama, my sister, them, my papa, them. When you see somebody picking when a special need picking, no love it, no love that picking, no laughing, because some of them get sense way pass with itself. Some of them now something happen that way they want born them, they don't overtire. Something goes wrong and they don't get enough oxygen in their head. They come out like that.
Brain damage.
In Norway, a lot of people stay with their kids. Some of them put them in a special house. But in Africa, remember, some people will hide this kind of children, hide them. They also need love, care, support. They need to be touched, they need to be filled, they need to go to school. God, almost all of them in Norway goes to school. Some of them are in normal school, and some kids that the doctors will even say, oh, they will never manage. They shock people. There are children that when they were born, they were told they will never talk. The pikin no will ever talk. The pikin no will ever talk, but the pikin talk. So I really hope say for Africa change go come for this particular thing. I be very sorry, Pascaline, wherever you did, whether you see they alive. For some bamuta boy picking two and doing two picking and that will be grew up with them. Well, we for that area they call them saying I'm my picking they don't read, but that's why I grew up for years. So I'll be very sorry for that picking for how bad way they don't treat them. But everybody for Africa, when you see picking way this one, touch that picking, talk for you, look what he show you love, help him make go school. When I go surprise with the way they do. Some of them they be very good with their hand. They cake all the chop and so now they make them bread or chop and go show on a picture for the bread. Now they make them. They do a lot of nice things there. Oh Lord, they plant flowers, they do hair.
I saw a 5-year-old toddler or kid. He had autism. He's very good at drawing. His drawing is like professional level, I would say.
Yeah.
But he uses those like crayons. He just does like shoop.
Autism kids, they're very smart.
Autism isn't the same thing as brain
Yeah.
damage though.
Down syndrome is different. Then the other one is even worse. Those ones who have some kind of bad luck when they are coming out of the stomach.
But a lot of them are smart though.
Yeah, they are very smart. Like the boy who helped me the other day, he's Down syndrome. The way I was looking at him and thinking, oh, he doesn't know anything. I want to treat him well. I want to treat him best. I was very calm, very relaxed. I was thinking, okay. I was asking him which floor you're going to. He said it's okay. I enter with him. I was thinking, well, if he's going to the 10th floor, I will go to the 10th floor, and then after I press to come down. I don't want to interrupt his journey or his work day. But I was shocked. That boy went into the lift, pressed his 3rd floor, pressed my 4th floor,
And when he was coming out of the elevator, he said to me, don't bother to press it. I already pressed for you because I know you're going to take your break. Oh my God, my heart break so much. So guys, short video to my people in Africa and other places in the world. I beg you now, this pikin dey name bimbo ma. I beg you now, una no go put them for corner water, una no leave them for foreign. So it's so heartbreaking. If it had you plenty, maybe some another place there for your community or for your country, where if you go leave the pikin, then we go put it for corner water. Now human being, imagine the pain where you go feel and when you go leave it for there you go night reach. Even if it did die in agony, it did really suffer before he die. Make una stay fine, oh. Make una stay well, oh. With salon for Norway. Bye bye. So I'm going for the second round. The kids have got enough. I'm just eating this one for the kids because you guys, all of you there, you are the reason why I went for the second piece of cake. So, what should go? Ta kendin, Swiss kaka. They're sharp, pego. Ta, what should go? Take. Don't be shy. Eat some cake, guys, for equality and love, respect. For everybody.
It's like an ad.